We're going to talk about something that happens in pretty much every long-term relationship. It's that slow, quiet fading of appreciation. But more importantly, we're going to cover a super simple but really powerful habit that can bring it all back and honestly make your connection stronger than ever. So let me just ask you something to get us started. When was the last time you really, genuinely thanked your partner? I don't mean just a quick, casual thanks, but a real, heartfelt one. Maybe for something small, like making your morning tea, or for just being there for you on a tough day. Just think about it for a second. You see, for most of us, when a relationship starts, appreciation is just overflowing. We notice every little thing our partner does. But, over time, something kind of shifts. Those exact same things that once felt so special, well, they slowly become the baseline. They become expected. And that's exactly where that emotional distance can quietly start to creep in.
And here's the thing that's so important to get. Affection fades when appreciation disappears. It's a direct connection. But the good news, and this is really good news, is that the reverse is also true. When gratitude becomes a daily habit, your love actually has the chance to get even stronger over time.
Okay, so let's get into the why. Why does this even happen? What's the psychology behind it all? Well, it often comes down to what you could call the psychology of silence.
So here's a really crucial idea to wrap your head around. The longer we're together, familiarity starts to take the place of awareness. Our brains, they're just trying to be efficient, so they stop actively noticing all the good things that are consistently there. And instead, they get really good at noticing the exceptions, the things that are missing. And this slide just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? In the beginning, your thought is all about what's present. Wow, my partner works so hard for us. You see the effort. But years down the line, that same mind might just default to what's missing. Why didn't they help with that one thing today? We start focusing on the gap, not the constant contribution.
And there's actually a name for this, Psychologists call it the negativity bias. It's our brain's natural tendency to be more sensitive to problems and what feels like a slight than it is to the positive things that are happening day in and day out.
And when that appreciation isn't spoken, when all you get is silence, the person on the other end can start to believe this really painful thought. Maybe what I do just doesn't matter. And over time, that feeling just quietly eats away at the closeness that holds the whole relationship together.
All right, let's bring this down to earth. Let's look at a super relatable, everyday example that really shows the true cost of all this silence. So just picture this common household scene. The wife is up early, she's making breakfast, getting the kids ready for school, and on top of all that, she's probably juggling her own work. At the same time, her husband is working these long hours, dealing with the stress of deadlines and financial pressure. They're both contributing a ton, just in very different ways.
But, and here's the catch, if neither one says anything, they both end up feeling totally alone. She might be thinking, does anyone even notice how much I do around here? While he's feeling, no one gets the insane pressure I'm under to keep everything afloat. They are both working so hard, and yet both feel completely invisible.
And this right here is the heart of the issue. Appreciation isn't something that dies in a big, loud argument. No, it's more like a plant that withers from a lack of water. It just fades away in the silence.
All right, so that's the problem. It sounds pretty heavy, right? But the good news is the fix is actually much simpler than the problem. So let's talk about a simple but incredibly powerful ritual for bringing that gratitude right back where it belongs.
First, it's important to understand why this works. When you express appreciation, you're doing something really profound. You're sending a direct message to your partner that says, I see you. Your effort matters. You matter to me. That right there is the foundation of emotional safety. And when people feel seen, affection just naturally follows.
Okay, you ready? Here it is. The daily thank you ritual. It's just 3 little steps. Once a day, express appreciation to your partner for one specific thing they did. That's it. One specific thing, once a day.
And I gotta tell you, being specific is everything here. Saying something general like, you're great. I mean, it's nice, but it's a bit vague. But saying, I really appreciated how calmly you handled that stressful situation with the kids just now. Wow. That shows you are actually paying attention. It shows you saw their specific effort in a specific moment.
And you know what the best part is? This little habit, this powerful habit, takes less than 20 seconds out of your day. It is such a tiny investment of time for what can be a massive return in emotional warmth.
Okay, so now it's your turn. Let's make this real for you, right here, right now. Let's just take a quick moment to reflect.
I really want you to take a second and think about your partner. What is just one thing they did recently that helped you or supported you or maybe just made your life a tiny bit easier? Let it come to mind. And hey, if you feel up to it, maybe even send them a quick text today. Just one sentence. Hey, I just wanted to say I really appreciated it when you did this.
Because when you make this kind of intentional gratitude a real habit, the results are, well, they're transformative. Affection starts to increase. Mutual respect grows deeper. And that bedrock of the entire relationship, emotional safety, it just gets stronger and stronger.
Ultimately, what you're really doing is you're reminding each other of a fundamental truth that's so easy to forget in the day-to-day chaos. We are on the same team.
Hey, before we wrap up, if this really hit home for you and you want to go a little deeper, I've actually written a couple of Kindle books about this stuff. Harmonious Marriage is all about using self-awareness to break those old patterns, and Mantras of Love pulls from ancient wisdom for modern relationships. The links for both are down in the description if you're curious.
And of course, if you found this helpful, we would love it if you'd subscribe to Resolve Together. Our whole channel is about finding these calm, practical ways for couples to reconnect and just communicate better. Because let's be honest, healthy relationships don't happen by accident. They're built with awareness and intentional effort.
So as you go on with your day, I just want to leave you with this one final thought. Just remember this: appreciation fuels affection. Thanks so much for watching.